Hi, and a warm welcome from me and Betty to November's One Thing Thursday. I think it would be remiss of me to begin without thanking so many of you for your lovely supportive messages after I shared my health struggles last month. They were a genuine boost and I'm really grateful to you, so thank you. Now, are you searching for your thing? The one big thing that you're supposed to do with your life? I've had plenty of clients come to see me because they felt they were failing in some way because they'd failed to find it. And then others who'd spend decades doing their one thing who felt they were failing because it was no longer fulfilling them. In the film City Slickers, Curly, the grizzled cowboy, tells a conflicted Billy Crystal that the secret of life is one thing. It doesn't matter what that thing is, just choose it and live it. Is he right? I'm going with yes and no. Growing up, my dad called me a 5-minute wonder merchant. I'd be forever fascinated by something and become totally obsessed by it, only to abandon it a few weeks or months later for something else. I accumulated quite a collection of stuff over the years connected to these obsessions and had a lot of fun doing so. But I felt a bit adrift because I didn't have a single focus and I felt like I should. And then when I was about 32, I finally found my thing. An obsession that changed my life and its direction and which fulfilled me completely for the next 25 years, being a cognitive hypnotherapist and a teacher of it. Happy days. But about 5 years ago, I realized this obsession was waning. I didn't feel like I was learning enough new things to keep me excited. And I found my mind casting around for other things to fill the gap, while I worried that somehow I was lost, because my thing was no longer consuming me in the way I was used to. I worried that I'd lost my way. From where I'm sitting now, I'm no longer worrying, because I've realized that how long a thing lasts isn't the measure of its worth, and that we're here to wander. It's just that some people's paths look straighter than others. Weirdly, my wandering kind of brought me back to my original passion, but has flavoured it very differently, which is wonderful. But it would probably have turned out equally wonderful if it had opened a completely different door. Life works out how it will. Some people might find something that feeds their needs their whole life. We'll tend to look on them as lucky because we love certainty. Others will be more like butterflies, flitting from interest to interest, from one fascination to another. They're more likely to attract criticism because that way of being is more uncertain. So we might call them flighty or unfocused. The thing is, what if their thing is being a butterfly? What if moving from interest to interest is what they need to thrive? What if sticking at one thing would suck their soul dry? My one thing for you this month is this. Don't measure how successful in life you've been by how much you've stuck to one particular direction. Some people stay in a failed relationship for 50 years. Others have a happy one that's run its course after 10 and leave it. Some people stay in a job they hate. Some people have a great time drifting from one living to another. Time is not a good measure of much when you think about it. Happiness and fulfillment are better gauges. Is your life fulfilling you? Is your thing making you happy? If it is, of course, stick with it. If it's not, then go butterfly and keep landing on different flowers until you find a nectar that tastes right. And when that palls, flap your wings again. Be brave about that. I think a great mistake in life is settling. If you're a butterfly, when you look back at the end of your life, your wanderings will make sense to you just as much as the periods where you stayed put. And if you're anything like me, your final garage sale will be a doozy of amazing clutter. Have a great month. If you need any help with your thing or anything else, the following links might be flowers worth landing on.